We're driving to the campus of UCF. We have a design thinking workshop today that around 13 students have graciously volunteered their day to do. And so I really hope that at the end of the day, students feel empowered to go solve the problems that they see in the world. Because I think that these students are going to be the ones to solve them. And I just want to give them the toolkit to start that journey.
I'm a first generation student, and that means to me that you have a lot to prove. You are doing trial and errors, which kind of ties into the design thinking workshop, where you're trying something and then it might fail, it might work, but even if it does fail, that's great because you learn that that's something that you could cross off and then start from scratch again.
It allows for a really unique aspect of being able to feed off of your other classmates. And I think that's where the best ideas kind of come from. Like when we started doing the brainstorming activity of just different ideas of how we can help Dan open up his mindset, I probably would have only came up with 5, but our board had probably 30 to 40 different opinions on there. And it helps me think from different perspectives.
I really do take away the fact that, I've never heard of, really design thinking, what it is. And as I'm learning now, it's not just about having a problem and then throwing in solutions, right? It's about breaking it down, empathizing, having these ideas, and kind of just bridging that gap between the education and, professional workplace, right?
But I just really like the whole thing of trying to really delve into empathy and initiating that, especially in a business setting, because sometimes business people just see it as like money and just a transaction, but not a people-to-people interaction. So implementing that would be 100 times better, and then work settings would be so much easier and a little bit more fun to be around.
I honestly probably learned more in this event than most of my college classes, just in terms of mindset change.
It's not going to only be helpful in my professional, experience, but also personal. Definitely 100% use everything that I've learned today, basically every day from here on out.
This project in particular in the UIA is a really great example of what we can accomplish together. Higher education across the country continues to have similar problems. And in this project, I just remember debriefing with the other project fellows and being like, you guys talked about that? We talked about that. And so there are some common problems, and they're complicated and they're hard problems to conceptualize and think about, much less solve. And so between using some of these principles in design to really think more critically about it and using some of the process mapping tools, but most importantly, using the collaboration, I'm really starting to see what can be possible through this work and be possible through collaboration, and see that we really can go further and get more wins for our students together.